Hi, I'm Bob Spinozzi. The concept of a convenience store has an interesting history. When you look back in time, you'll see that the supermarket caused the demise of mom and pop and neighborhood grocery stores. They also created a problem. They became less convenient for the customer who was in a hurry. And that's where convenience stores filled in. The stores carried many products you were looking for, you didn't have to wait in line, and transactions were speedy. In their early years, they also stayed open longer than supermarkets. Hence, the names 7-Eleven and Store 24 had a specific meaning attached to them. Now, if my math is correct, we have 2 convenience stores in Littleton, but also several farm stands and gas stations that sell grocery items found in convenience stores. Now, on with today's show, and happy to have with me George Davis, who owns and operates the Little Peach on Jennifer Street, Littleton.
Nice to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And pretty soon that ice melt's going to be out of your inventory. You're not going to have to worry about carrying that.
That'll be a good thing. I can't wait for that to happen.
How'd you get started in the convenience store business?
Well, on a shoestring, basically. Decided that it was an opportunity I didn't want to pass up, and liquidated everything I had to get into the business, and finally paid off the note. And I'm in year 18 of my 5-year plan now, so things are just going gangbusters, Bob.
That's just terrific. You know, you're an incredible asset to the town, as is the Common Convenience on Stevens Street.
Yeah, Joe does a very nice job over there, and he's been there for a while now, and the way I feel, we're all brothers, you know, in this business. So I wish him well too.
Now, 18 years, you've, I'm sure, seen a large turnover, or change is probably a better word, in your product mix. Things that you were carrying then to what you might be carrying now. I would imagine as customers come in and ask for certain things, you're going to start carrying them.
Well, I certainly do my best to fill customers' particular needs. There have been trends that have changed over the years. Baseball cards had their day, and now it's the age of novelties and beer and wine and water and beverages galore.
Oh, for goodness sakes, an ATM.
And an ATM, yes. And a fax machine and copy service. And you have to, you know, I've tried to fill the niche. I've tried to fill the needs.
And you really do optimize the space that you have in there. I mean, I've been in there, as you know, more than several times, and the place is full.
Well, we try to make use of every square foot that we can, that's for sure. Some are more successful, some square feet are more successful than others, but they all have their shot.
And we had a chance to talk a little bit before going on the air, and George was telling me that the lottery is a pretty big part of the operation there. And also, just by talking to you, I know that you're a very humble person, but you do have the keynotes in there. And there's a story behind that, and it's...
Well, a lottery is a very important part of our business, obviously. And we've worked very hard at it to build that aspect of the business. And it basically started 18 years ago when we decided we'd have to grow that segment of the business, and worked hard to grow the scratch ticket part of the business specifically. And then when Keno came in, the state originally gave it to bars and restaurants, and then they decided to expand their Keno operation a little bit and give it to convenience stores, but they had to decide who was going to get it. And we were lucky enough to be one of the top 300 or so agents in the state in terms of scratch tickets sold, and they used that basis to give Keno to selected convenience stores. So when offered the opportunity, we took it, and we hopefully, I think we've grown that aspect of the business too.
Well, it was more than luck. I mean, you definitely deserve a pat on your back for being one of 300 in the a state that has 351 cities and towns and who knows how many convenience stores.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Yeah, we did work hard. We earned it, and I'm proud that we were able to do that because we're a little hole in the wall, and for us to be in that group makes me feel pretty good.
Now, another thing that took some work, took a lot of time, was obtaining the liquor license that you have. We want to get into that a little bit?
Yeah, it basically took about 14 years for me to get my license. Originally, we ran into some opposition. I think there was a feeling that maybe it wasn't a convenience store business wasn't the right place to merchandise beer and wine, to sell beer and wine. And there were natural concerns about selling to minors. And over time, we, I think, proved ourselves. And finally, with the support of neighbors in the community, we were able to obtain our license. And that was probably 4 or 5 years ago now. And with any new item, there are bumps, but we've smoothed those out, and right now we're holding our own in terms of beer and wine sales. It's helped us tremendously.
And just for myself being there, I could see where it's integrated very well into the balance of the rest of your business.
It's kind of a natural thing for a convenience store to be selling, really.
18 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people have walked through that door.
Oh yeah.
A lot of friendships, a lot of interaction. Some of your thoughts there?
Some remarkable friendships. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many people I have befriended or who have befriended me. I don't even look at them as customers. I see them as friends. And it's very rewarding. It makes me feel like I found my niche. People that I never would have met had I not bought the business.
Now you have some pictures displayed on the wall back where you are.
Yes.
Customers, situations,
mostly
happy times?
Mostly all happy times. I don't know. I go through periods where you hand me a disposable camera and I can't stop shooting until the film is done, and those photos made it to the wall, little collages and things like that. And as I look at those photos, some of them are 18 years old. It reminds me of some of the wonderful people I've met, and it makes me feel good. Also, it reminds me of some of the people we've lost, but mostly good thoughts.
Must be very satisfying for you to. I mean, you've also created a bit of a country store atmosphere in there, with the regulars that come in and they're talking politics and they're talking about other kind of stuff.
There's no doubt about it. Politics are really on the tip of most people's tongues, especially these days. There seem to be a lot of issues, both locally and nationally, that get the attention of a lot of my customers, my regulars especially. And we discuss local politics very heavily, obviously. Everybody's got their favorite candidate, their favorite office holder, and sometimes the discussions can get fairly lively, but no grudges are held, so it all works out.
Well, you know, let's take a trip down there.
Sure.
I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. Try Lady Luck, and I need some
$10 lottery ticket?
I'll decide when I get down there.
Okay.
But I need some milk anyway, so I have to go.
Gotcha.
So. There, Little Beach. Many of you have been here, and this is the center of activity. Hi, Lincoln. How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same. So you've got your hands in a lot of different pots at any one time. You could have customers lined up here. You could have some lottery customers there. You could have someone wanting to use the copy machine over there.
Do a fax
It's
and
pretty
have
hectic.
balloons at the same time, yeah.
How do you do it
It
all?
Well,
Talent, right, Lee?
that's exactly what I was going to say, George. Talent.
Then you've been working here for how long? How many years?
Almost 30.
30 years.
My brother once owned the store, 1979.
So
it
you
started
were here
then.
before George
Oh, long
bought
before
the store.
George. Yeah.
I'm the rookie.
He's
Bob.
okay.
30 years.
And then my brother worked for 79 to 82. Then I was off and on. And then when George came, I had just started up again. I had younger kids and thought I might need a little extra money for college. And then when George came on in 89, we just have been together since then.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming back. I need a ticket, but it's got to be a winner. So I'll be right
Oh,
back.
that's guaranteed.
This is the keynote that you were
Yes.
telling me about.
Yeah.
This is a center of activity.
Well, it depends on the time of day, but yeah, it can get very busy. Right now there are just a couple people, but there are times when there are many more.
But this Keno system, which I'm really not terribly familiar with, is hooked up to all the other Keno operations simultaneously in the state?
In the state, yeah. Every screen is showing exactly what you see on our screen now.
Okay.
And
And I couldn't help but notice that when we were coming in, there are also a couple of monitors
yeah.
outside for a certain purpose.
Well, it became apparent that when smoking was banned in businesses like mine, that there would be a niche for people who wanted to play Keno, but who also wanted to have smoke. So by broadcasting Keno through our windows, people can sit in their cars, relax, listen to music, have a smoke, and enjoy the game. And some of them have done pretty well.
You've had any big winners here?
We've had many, several $8,000, $16,000 winners, and one $100,000 winner a couple of years ago on a guy who was on his lunch hour from Very Fine. That was really fun to see.
That must have been exciting.
Yeah, it was.
Real exciting.
It was. He nearly went through the ceiling, but he came down again.
Let's go down this way.
Sure.
You've got literally, that entire back wall is filled with refrigerated beverages. Almost the entire back wall is refrigerated beverages.
Right.
Can you recall when you started 18 years ago how much refrigeration you had? Couldn't have been that much.
18 years ago, we had probably a third of the beverages that you see here now. In part because the public demanded a little more variety, and in part because water has grown
Correct.
tremendously.
Water and not sports drinks, but
Fruit drinks.
The fruit drinks, yeah, they're very fine.
Vitamin beverages, energy beverages. There are probably 25 more flavors of soda than there were 18 years ago. It was basically Coke, Diet Coke. There might be a root beer, and now there are flavored beverages of diet and non-diet, and that segment has just grown, and we've had to grow with it.
okay. And as I mentioned in my opening, you're carrying a lot of things that supermarkets carry. It's kind of an understatement that I just made, but the point is, people can come in here, grab something, and leave.
Yeah, everybody needs the kinds of items that you see here from time to time, and they don't want to wait in lines. It might be after hours or too early for a supermarket.
And we all have impulses, and people will come in for an impulse
That
item
happens.
as well. So.
That happens too. That happens too. We try to fill people's needs as best we can. We don't always succeed, but we're always trying.
How you doing?
Good, Joe.
What do you come in here for?
For everything I can get from George.
Yeah? How
Yeah.
long have you been coming in this store?
Year or so.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. Okay, today's my first day.
That I believe. Yeah, what do you think of George?
George is the best. George is the best. Cheats at golf, but he is the best.
Let's not lie, okay? First of all, Mark here comes to us from the Auto Mile, just uptown over by the supermarket in the area, where he graciously repairs everyone's automobile in town. Isn't that right, Mark?
We try.
Well, it's a pleasure to see you today, Mark, and
We will see you later, George.
I bet you will. Thank you, sir.
Don't even start with me.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, you like my PIN number?
No,
Get out of
I
here.
won't shoot that. What do you think of Little Peach here? We're doing a little story for Channel 8.
I think all town government is handled here.
Well, we know that. But you like the convenience of just popping right in, using the ATM?
I love it. I love the convenience. Plus, I get to see George's smiling face.
Does your wife know you're at the ATM now?
I used to love going to the little.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
It is.
What you coming in for right now?
I'm coming to see George.
You talk politics?
No, we talk golf.
Oh,
We talk golf.
you have a lot of golf buddies.
Yeah. A lot of the people who come in here do play, and some of them are very good. Your brother's one of them.
Yeah. He cheats.
I don't believe that. Murray also is very good. I'm going to toot Murray's horn.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. Murray held the course record at the Stoweacre South course for years and never even knew it until they played the National Public Links tournament there a few years back, and some guy broke it.
Wow.
They posted his score, listed the old score, and Murray then realized that he was a co-holder of the South Course record at 68. Now, he wouldn't.
That was a long time ago.
That may be, but it was done by you, and he never knew it.
So see, you know, I mentioned earlier in the telecast that you're very humble. Apparently, it's very contagious with your customers
Well,
too.
Murray's just that way, naturally.
You come in here a lot, right?
I do.
Is it mostly for conversation and just, catch up on town politics?
I can
and
answer
things
that
like
question. He never buys anything. All we do is talk.
Yeah, I buy a scratch ticket once in a while.
Oh, once in a while, yeah. And he plays a little Keno,
A little Keno now and then.
but mostly.
I don't buy Megabucks tickets here anymore.
That's right. Yeah. Murray's a past Megabuck winner in the store too.
Which win, Murray? What did you win? How much?
Megabucks, 800,000 back in 1987. Wow. All spent. All gone now.
A little story about Murray. He would be offended if I told you this, but I'm going to tell you because it typifies the kind of person that he is. When I first bought the business, I was newly divorced, didn't really have any money, leveraged the last of my assets to buy the business. And because my kids were young, I hadn't played golf in probably 15 years. And I mentioned to Murray, I decided I was going to get back into the game a little bit, and I was looking for a Ben Hogan Persimmon 3-wood because the one I had was cracked. And I asked him, knowing that he did all the club work at Stowe, asked him if he would keep an eye out for me, and if he saw one that was reasonably priced, to save it for me, and I'd be over to pick it up. 2 or 3 days later, at about 11 o'clock at night when I was here, Murray stopped at the store and said, "Hey, I got your 3-wood. Come on out to the car." And he gave me a full set of irons and a full set of metal woods, and that was the first time I used a metal wood. That is the kind of person that he is.
Just gave them to you.
Just gave them to me because, in part because of his love of the game and to transfer that to other people, and in part because he's just a good, caring person.
How's things?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing great. How you
Yeah?
doing?
Good. What you doing over here?
Actually was skipping out to check lottery tickets.
Yeah.
I have the winning number right
Let's see.
here.
Let's check it out. All right.
Show it with Dave. We want the boss to see that too.
And we're doing a TV show right now. We've been actually going at it for a while. You come in here very often?
Usually in the mornings, early.
So you're part of the political discussions that
Yes.
go on
I
here?
would say so, yes.
Yes. But the big discussion right now should be the gold medal that Barbara and Littleton Country Gardeners got at the flower show. Did you hear about that?
That's news
I
to
did.
me.
Yeah.
Barbara can't stop talking about it. So
No, it was the Littleton Country Gardeners had a display at the flower show in Boston, and they got a gold medal.
She didn't tell me that. I didn't know that. I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh,
Gracious.
they're probably out celebrating.
Who's a good boy?
Lincoln, how about that $5 winner?
Which winner was that? We have
Oh,
some.
the one you put your finger on. That'll be
That's guaranteed
okay.
until you scratch it.
And this?
Bob, that makes it 719 altogether.
Okay.
Out of 8. And 81 cents.
Okay, great. I'm fine.
Okay. Thanks.
Lincoln, you take care.
Nice to meet you.
George, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bob. And thank you for watching Small Town.